Hello, friends. I'm Jonathan Pishner with Apex Counseling, and today we're talking more about couples and relationships. And I wanted to talk about something that I end up bringing up in couples counseling a lot. And it's advice that sounds like it should be maybe obvious, but when it comes to actually employing it, a lot of people don't realize how they're missing the mark. So today we're talking about being able to be nurturing towards your partner. And the reason we're talking about this is because early on in love relationships, that sort of comes naturally. And then over the course of time, whether it is because the relationship is going badly or even if it's going reasonably well, a lot of times nurturing behaviors drop off. And it's really wise to spend time being intentional about whether or not you are giving your partner loving, nurturing attention. So let me share with you how this goes wrong and make some suggestions on how to get out of this cycle. So the way it goes wrong is almost always some point comes along where a couple has been together long enough that one partner will be having some sort of difficulty. Maybe it's just a bad day. Maybe their boss sucks. Maybe customers were mean to them at work. Maybe their family members did something. And what happens is they come and they bring this to their love partner and they're saying, "Here's my bad day." And the love partner, trying to help, but maybe missing the mark, instead of being nurturing, kind, compassionate, and really showing love and empathy and pouring that on their partner, they instead give them information, usually about how to fix the problem. And that is sometimes valuable and sometimes it's welcome. But a lot of times it misses the mark. It's really not what's being looked for. And the reason this is important is because this sets up a dynamic that actually causes a lot of problems. Because if I'm the one delivering the information for how to fix the problem, well, I feel like I'm helping. But why is my love partner now getting frustrated with me? Why are they rejecting my advice, my lovingly crafted advice for how they can solve this problem? So now I'm getting frustrated. Now we're frustrated with each other. Now my partner's not only having a bad day with whatever's happening outside, now we're both having a bad day with each other. And a lot of love relationships do this. They lose track of, should I be giving information for solving a problem or should I be showing nurturing, caring, and empathy? And if this goes on long enough, one of the things that happens, this happens a lot in couples counseling, is I'll say, how would you envision being nurturing towards your partner? And this question stumps a lot of people because they'll either have no answer or they'll have an answer that they think is nurturing. They honestly do, and they don't realize how it's not. So let me give you an example of a thing that you would think it's nurturing, but it doesn't count for a lot in a lot of love relationships. A lot of couples, when they are on the phone, they'll talk to each other. And then, as part of their exiting the conversation, they will say the words, "I love you." That moves from being nurturing to being kind of just part of a script. Like if I meet someone new, I reach out my right hand, they reach out their right hand, we shake. It's a script. It basically means nothing. In a way, that happens to those words in some love relationships if you do them scripted. Now, if you do them unscripted, that has a tendency to be viewed as a nurturing gesture. So instead of at the end of a phone conversation, if you pull out your phone, send a random text message and say, "Hey, just wanted you to know I love you." That often lands as a much more nurturing gesture because now it's not just part of some other thing we do, it's unscripted. Uh, a lot of couples will fall into these scripted things that they think are nurturing, but are in fact now neutral. The fact that I give you a hug when I walk in the door, it's always the exact same hug, 2 seconds long. We do it in exactly the same place. Yeah, it's like half nurturing, but it's also half scripted. So if I was to give advice today, here's the advice I would give is just self-audit and ask, am I being nurturing towards my partner? Am I doing things that clearly show love, caring, and compassion? Am I doing things for them that I wouldn't do for other people? So like if they ask me, "Hey, can you grab this from the grocery store?" and I bring it home like they asked, well, I mean, would I do that if I was on my way over to a friend's house and he said, "Hey, can you stop and pick up like ice or a six pack of beer?" Well, yeah, kind of. So how is that a nurturing gesture towards my love partner? And this can be really tricky. Like some people I can hand this advice to and we'll watch this video and we'll be able to run it in for a touchdown and like do really great nurturing things. And some people will realize that they're not exactly sure what they should be doing and they might need some assistance. So if you need help, of course, get with a skilled therapist or couples therapist to get some assistance if you really are stuck. That happens to a lot of people. And there's no shame in it. When you get into habits, sometimes it's easy to just stay in those and it's hard to break out of them. So my advice today is self-audit. Check and make sure you are being really nurturing towards your love partner and you're being nurturing towards them when they need it. Like for example, yes, sometimes you will help them solve the problem. You'll give them wonderful information. And sometimes your partner just needs a damn hug. And it's okay to deliver that too without having to do problem solving. So hopefully this information is helpful to somebody out there today. Thank you for listening to me for a few minutes. I'm Jonathan Pishner with Apex Counseling, and I will see you next time.